mixed in. That's why I don't stress these grown rappers throwing it so that I hit it. Bring the to my lips like Beyonce knows kissing. Joe Schmo's throwing shows just to say they throwing shows. I ain't showing unless my Venmo clicking. Uber Eats, I ain't coming home unless I'm holding chicken. Then I don't dip until the Folgers kicked in. A lot of boldness in they post, but I see no mentions. God grant them serenity to accept things they can't change. Courage to change the things they can, and wisdom to know the difference. But we slow. Throw your rocks, the entire house. We're not concerned with all that folklore you're lying about. All that tongue gon' lead the cold sores inside your mouth. But we slow. Throw your rocks, the entire house. We're not concerned with all that folklore you're lying about. All that tongue gon' lead the cold sores inside your mouth.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Pascal Siakam.
You can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
And now the Lakers starting group. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reed. In the forward positions, James and Hachimura. And it's Ayton in at center. And for Indiana, at the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Halliburton passes to Nesmith. Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
Now, here's Doncic, following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. Here's Ayton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, just tremendous court recognition. DeAndre Ayton excelling in the pick and roll there.
Launches it. And it's Halliburton missing. Here's Los Angeles now. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Now, here is Halliburton. A 17-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And the way he passed the basketball was also a major factor. He created a ton of opportunities for his teammates, guys.
And here is LeBron. After Tyrese Halliburton was able to get the triple.
Nice answer by Reeves. This guy is a competitor.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Halliburton passes to Nesmith. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Nembhard. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Endures Rick Carlisle, now in his second stint as the head coach of the Indiana Pacers.
But he is a basketball lifer, Kevin. Over 2 decades as an NBA head coach, he has seen it all. Remember the 2011 title win in Dallas. His guidance has been a key to this Pacers' recent success.
Pacers leading by 3. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Here's Doncic, banked in off the glass.
It's like Luka absorbs willingly that contact. He relishes the idea that he's going to finish despite it.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach was enthralled by the court awareness of LeBron James. He said, quote, very few guys know where all the players are on the court at all times. Very few players have the skill and the ability to take advantage of any slip-up. LeBron falls in both of those categories. There's a reason people talk about him as the GOAT. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And here's Halliburton after LeBron James hitting the 3. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Halliburton for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And making our way toward the finish line, this is a great time to check out the new power rankings. You take a look at the Pacers. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And when you look at the Lakers, they got to be the top pick to win the title. To be ranked number 1 at this late stage of the season, it shows you they've got plenty left in the tank come postseason.
The Pacers making a change here. Shepard's checked in.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Now, here's Siakam. He had 16 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Here's Halliburton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
When you think of Tyrese Halliburton, it is 2 things: positional size and unbelievable skill.
The first one falls. And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Huff's jacked in, and Toppin subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Now, here's McConnell. 9 points last game.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
That one goes in.
I'll tell you, the footwork of Luka on his drives is really something to behold.
McConnell with it. Guarded by Doncic. McConnell kicks to Toppin. And a miss there on the triple. LA's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Here's Doncic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Brown is checked in for the Pacers. Smart's checked in for the Lakers. .129 left in the first quarter. Brown dishes to Toppin. Fast break, the Lakers. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Reeves has got 9 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Right wing. Will it go? Got a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. The Pacers making a switch here. Siakam's checked in.
Number 43, Pascal Siakam.
59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 4 on the shot clock. McConnell with it. LaRavia's there. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, you never want to foul these in the act. A very good free throw shooter.
Lakers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Both good from the line that time.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
The drive by Siakam. That's tipped. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Hachimura with a screen on McConnell. Smart passes to Hachimura. Now Laravia. Toppin covering. Here's Reeves. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Austin Reeves has been on display for the Lakers. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Lakers leading by 10. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Rui Hachimura out there with Hayes. Then it's Jake Laravia. Then there's Smart, and it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. Shepard with the ball. He's defended by Reeves. Good on the shot. Shepard's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. And here's a look at some numbers for Tyrese Halliburton.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Smart. Scoreless thus far. Trying to find Vanderbilt. Gets it to him. Laravia finds Smart. From deep, Reeves. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
McConnell against Smart. Some nice passing here by Indiana. A shot by McConnell, no good. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And no doubt he is capable of getting hot. Reeves is a machine when that stroke is there for him. And I think we're seeing that tonight.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, the Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Kevin, back to you.
There for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. The Pacers making a change here. Murphy's checked in, and so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Halliburton's checked in for the Pacers. And the Lakers also making a switch. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. Kennard with the ball. And it's Toppin picking him up. The offensive rebound. Laravia passes to Smart. Kennard for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rise and fire.
Well, this team, Greg, is currently in the middle of their L.A. road trip.
And Southern California is always a great place to visit. You gotta love the beaches, the weather, but you know, I couldn't do without the traffic.
Now, here's Siakam. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Yes, that goes in.
This is where the length of Pascal Siakam makes him so hard to stop. Even with contact, he's able to get through or around.
And that one's good, Laravia.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
That one good for two. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Inside, here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Halliburton. 8 points for him. And again, it's Indiana converting.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Magic. Back to Vanderbilt. Smart passes to Laravia. It's stolen by Shepard. Here's Toppin.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Laravia. Here's Vanderbilt. Back to Hayes. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers trail by 10. Valdor's T.J. McConnell has been labeled a connector for both his contributions on and off the court.
You know, Kev, this is a high-energy player that you know what to expect on a nightly basis in terms of work habits and teammate skills. He's the legit perfect backup guard. He wants to orchestrate the offense and be disruptive on defense.
Scooped up. Pass to Kennard. Halliburton with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers, and he trims the lead to single digits. Bird's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Pacers. Zubac is checked in for Siakam. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Shepard. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Andre Ayton's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. James checked in for Jake Laravia. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Smart. Here's Doncic, following the score by Indiana.
Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shop down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
Doncic with the steal. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does break. Forcing his way inside, Doncic.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it. One
thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Toppin sets a screen for Halliburton. 5 on the clock. Down low, Halliburton puts it in.
The
defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
James in the post. Neesmith covering. Doncic, no good. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And look at the Nets matchup. They have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you with think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Austin Reeves really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Zubac in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And it's the Pacers with the ball. After the basket by the Lakers, Halliburton a screen on Reeves. Nembhard the pass to Siakam. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Zubac. He's got 6. Here's Nembhard. Hands the 12-footer. Nembhard's got his second basket.
Yeah, step in, take the mid-range opportunity. Easy game for Andrew Nembhard.
Here's Doncic. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
To the paint, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Doncic kicks to James. From outside, off the mark.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
The fadeaway, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
You want to take great advantage of opportunities in close. Andrew Nembhard does just that.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And Doncic throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Pacers with possession here. Nesmith, the pass to Nembhard. Back to Nesmith. And stolen by LeBron. On the wing, Doncic. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense is looking to generate is exactly that.
Nembhard, the pass to Nesmith. Drains the 3-pointer. Nesmith has got 6.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Doncic kicks to James. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And during his brief career, Andrew Nembhard has shown he has a sense of the moment.
Kevin, there are certain guys who want to hide in the corner if the game is on the line. Not Andrew Nembhard. He is fearless in late-game situations. He's hit multiple big-time shots already. He's got a little bit of that it factor.
Pacers trail by 11. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I take it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play. Back to you.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
Yeah, not a lot to be done if LeBron gets a solid screen in a pick-and-roll set like that one.
Back to Halliburton. That one misses. Some solid defense from Ayton. Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
It does not happen too often, but boy, when Luka gets the opportunity to throw it down, he relishes it.
Pass to Siakam. Zubac, a screen on Hachimura. Siakam passes to Nembhard. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14. Count that one. 8 points for him.
You can see how comfortable Nembhard is operating in pick-and-roll action, just taking what's available.
Reeves into the lane. Power down with both hands.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Indiana making some changes. Toppin, he's jacked in for Zubac. Shepard comes in for Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. And then for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for 8. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. And Smart subbed in for Doncic.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's James. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And he makes that one. Siakam's got 8 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
LeBron, no luck.
Now, how about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
And finished off by Siakam.
Well, that is about recognition right there from Tyrese Halliburton. He recognizes the overcommitment, makes the defense pay.
On the wing, Reeves. Outside for Smart. Vanderbilt the pass to LeBron. Great focus from LeBron. Gets it and still gets it to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
To the inside. Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Well, the vertical of Obi Toppin on display rises up with ease.
Vanderbilt with the screen. Los Angeles, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. Free throw good, LeBron.
What's striking about LeBron James is how his game has morphed to now it's all about guile and smarts and experience. He continues to dominate, just in a different way.
McConnell passes to Huff. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Lakers making a switch here. LaRavia's checked in. There's Smart. He has yet to score. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Reeves gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to McConnell. Fires from the line. 2 points. That one goes. McConnell's got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's Los Angeles. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Hayes. Austin Reeves out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Reeves welcomes the contact on his way up, especially when he's that close to the basket.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Reeves.
A dependable source of offense. Austin Reeves, a 3-level scorer and a talented facilitator. Plus, this guy's just got that knack for drawing fouls.
And Reeves drops them both. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scorer. But is that accurate, or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Lakers working the ball around now. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Over Shepherd. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 11.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Siakam, that's good.
Pascal Siakam cooking right now. His focus is there, and his game is on point.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The Pacers making a change here. Halliburton's checked in. The Lakers also with the sub. Kennard's checked in. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
All right, Allie, thanks. Lakers leading by 9. Now here's Smart. Pass to Hayes with the drive, and Hayes throws it down.
Well, what can you say about Marcus Smart, right? A willing, capable passer off the pick-and-roll environment. That is really beautifully done.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. 16 points for Siakam.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Shots good by Kennard.
This, folks, is what a pure shooter looks like. Luke Kennard, so good from range.
Shepherd with the ball. LaRavia's there. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. And some changes here for the Pacers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Toppin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Shepherd. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Halliburton passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Boy, how about that touch on the roll by Zubac? Nice finish.
Luka making it look so easy inside.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Nembhard. Zubac with the screen for Nembhard. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nembhard has such great feel in pick-and-roll action, creating shots for his teammates. Nicely done.
Luka on the move.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his third foul so far. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for T.J. McConnell. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Ayton comes in for Hayes. And it's Hachimura in for Vanderbilt. Now Zubac. Big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
Great execution there. Pascal with a pretty pass.
And yeah, it's good.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Now Zubac. That shot no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Stolen by Zubac. Now the Pacers moving it up. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And Los Angeles with some changes. LeBron comes in for Jake LaRavia. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luke Kennard.
Now, Luka Doncic keeping the defense honest by creating for his teammates. Pretty.
Siakam up top. Doncic there for the rebound.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
A three-pointer. Good.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season. I think pretty much any given night, they've come in with that swagger and attitude and really backed it up.
And, you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. And that one misses.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
And here is Los Angeles now. And he banks the layup in.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
From Tyrese Haliburton.
It's a 14-point game. Hachimura, the screen. Oh, what an assist, leading him to the bucket.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Now Siakam. Now Zubac. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
LeBron, it was a challenge for you tonight as far as the matchup went. How much does that motivate you in a game like this?
My matchup is not an individual matchup. It's us as a team trying to get better, and we was able to hold court, so it was a good win for us.
Thanks, LeBron. Guys?
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Luka Doncic.
Lots of threes. Like total, like maybe at least 8 3-pointers. A lot. So now I hit 3. LeBron hits 1. Luka hits 1. Arabia hit 1. Let's see. 11 3-pointers. We shot 53%. This is like the highest amount of 3-pointers I've scored in the game. 11. That has to be a record for me. I try to aim for at least 7 3-pointers or 6 3-pointers. 11 is almost double that. My field goal was super high. Highest points also without going into overtime. 105 points. Austin Reeves was impeccable today. LeBron didn't get as much points as they could have. Luka did his thing as usual. Hachimura, I think Hachimura only got 8. Andrew 18. No. Let's focus in on the big 3. Hachimura is not going to do it. He's going to just do his work for us. Focusing on Luka, Austin Reeves, and then LeBron. Now that Austin Reeves' numbers have gone up. Austin Reeves' numbers have gone down. Actually, 4 points per game. They had more assists than us. They had 27 assists. They only had 23. So they shot a lot of 3-pointers. So, like, 3-pointer shots, probably were assists too. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of their players had the double-digit points. Ooh, almost had 29 points, almost 30 points. And we missed 3 shots. Pretty high. Let's try it again. Yes, first really was not accurate. He has the sweetest shot in the league. Ooh, 4 of their players. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic, there's a far Bombay.